Is myself on my first day of kindergarten, and I haven't really aged that much, so last 25 years or so, with a little bit of facial hair. And I want to fast forward now about 5 more years as this little kid enters the 6th grade. So as you can see here, I'm this joyful, happy, innocent little kid, and as I entered the 6th grade, I carried that innocence with me. And on my first day in the 6th grade, I remember my locker was in the 8th grade hallway. And I'd go to my locker on a daily basis. I put my books down here, my backpack, my lunch up top, and every single day, this giant 8th grader would come over to my locker. And every single day, he would make fun of me for certain attributes about myself. Whether it was my short height, whether it was my weight, my nerdy demeanor, my glasses, my lunch, whatever he didn't like about me on a given basis, he made sure that I didn't feel welcome in that hallway. He made sure I didn't feel welcome in that school, and most importantly, he made sure I didn't feel welcome inside of myself. Every single night I'd come home and cry to my mom. Why was this happening to me? What did I do to this kid to deserve this type of bullying day in and day out? Why was I created? Why was I even alive? It made me feel like I didn't deserve to be a human being. And so finally one day I worked up the courage to tell my homeroom teacher, Mr. DeMedio, what was happening. And Mr. DeMedio was livid that his favorite student was being bullied under his watch. So one day, we decided to stake out the big 8th grader. You can imagine a classroom like this, and we're sitting here, staring out through the window, waiting for this big 8th grader to walk down. I had no idea what Mr. DeMedio was gonna do. He just wanted to know who this kid was. And so finally, I pointed him out. Mr. DeMedio ran over the door, threw it wide open, sprinted down the hallway, got right in that 8th grader's face, and made sure that he was never going to make fun of me ever again. He made sure he was never going to make eye contact with me. He made sure that I could feel safe and secure in the 8th grade hallway, just putting my backpack down on a daily basis. And he never looked at me ever again. He never made fun of me. He left me completely alone, and I was fine to be that pure, innocent kid that I thought I was as I entered the 6th grade. But as you'll see in my story I'm going to share later, is this created a lot of self-doubt in myself. And for many years moving forward, I lacked a lot of self-confidence and self-love. And some of the subconscious messaging, this is well hidden with me, is I had that burst of confidence when Mr. DeMedio stood up for me. And it created this subconscious messaging of what if later in my life I could create a company that empowered individuals to be their own leader. If I created an organization that inspired people to actually be a leader to their family, their local community, and their friends, and allow not any other 6th graders to walk around with that amount of lack of self-confidence ever again.